So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to give you a very, very important advice that will help you in keeping your car in good shape, in good condition for the long term. Every time you always hear people saying, hii gari ni ya mtu mmoja, hii gari ni ya mkono mmoja, hii gari ni ya mguu mmoja. And I want to tell you the importance of not sharing your car with anyone, including your relatives, including your most trusted family members. If you are a married man, including your wife, and including anyone around you, it is important that you work hard and buy everyone that you love their own car instead of sharing the only car that you have. Because for the last 4 years is it 4 or 5, around 5 years that I have been owning a car, I can tell you there are things that I have learned the hard way. If you keep your car for yourself, meaning that you never ever give your car out to anyone, I can guarantee you that that car will serve you for a very, very long time without it having issues. And you know why? Cars that ni za mkono moja, why those cars last long? For one simple reason. And I will tell you after I make my next point. A lot of people always think that when you share your car, it will be driven in the wrong way. And I want to clarify that point. I don't mean that when you give your relative your car, when you give your friend your car, it doesn't mean that they will use that car in the wrong way. No, they will try to be as careful to the best of their ability to take care of your car and return it to you in good condition. So what I'm trying to say here is that third parties or other people other than you, I'm not trying to say that they misuse cars. What I'm trying to put forward here is that when that car is driven by more than one people, okay, there are things that can happen to it, and it is only one person who can keep track of everything that happens. For instance, there is a day I drove to Nyahururu with my Nissan March before I upgraded to CX5. When I went to Nyahururu, I hit a pothole. I really felt that that pothole must have had an impact on my front right wheel. So it didn't, how can I say, it didn't show immediately. The symptoms of that impact did not display immediately. But I was looking forward to feeling something in that side of the wheel that will reflect the impact of how I hit that pothole. And true to what I was listening to, because I kept listening to that car very, very keenly, after like 3 months, I felt something was producing some noise on that right hand side of the wheel. And when I took it to the mechanic, he said there is a nut that had been loose, so he just tightened it, but that was done. Another day, okay, I was driving, and I hit a bump with my how can I say, with the, of course, the same Nissan March. And then after some time, there was some shock that was starting to produce some noise. So the front shock was producing some noise, and so on and so forth. And I can tell you so many other things that I have listened to my car keenly from the first sight of a symptom until it grows and matures to a point whereby it requires replacement. You know what happens when you give your car away? Okay, someone will go and hit a pothole, even your brother, and they will just say it's a normal occurrence. People hit potholes and go, and they will not tell you. Maybe a certain noise will be produced in the car when they are driving. They will feel it is abnormal, but they will not necessarily tell you. And that is when things start to go wrong. So if you give out your car, nobody will monitor the abnormalities. And meanwhile, I have been served very well by Nissan March, to a point whereby I don't understand why people say Nissan cars are bad. It's because I monitor symptoms from the first sight until it is very clear that something is going wrong and I need to go and fix it. But when you keep giving your car away, it doesn't mean who you are giving that car to, unless you are very, very confident that that car, you are giving it to someone who is very keen to noticing things that can sound wrong in a car and tell you to someone that if they hit a pothole, it doesn't matter the impact, they will come and tell you. If they feel like they accelerated in a very hard manner, because there is a way you can accelerate so abruptly in a way that it chokes. I don't know whether it chokes or it chokes. It chokes the gearbox. There is a kind of turn that you make and you feel like you have really disturbed that car from its regular use. If people you give your car, you cannot trust them to share that information without you asking them, please, you better do a car hire for them. And this, I mean, if you really want to keep your car for a long time without problems. Of course, sometimes sharing cars, it can be unavoidable. You can't tell your wife to go to the shop with a matatu or to go to church with a matatu because you don't want to give them your car. But what I am saying is that when your car is driven by someone else, be very candid, be very, very inquisitive. When they are returning that key to you and giving that car back to you, ask them, have you noticed anything with that car? Have you done something that you feel in the future it can cause a problem? Have you done something to that car in a way that you feel you have left it in a problem right now? Let them lie to you if they are not willing to tell you the truth, but ensure you ask these questions. And that's why I can tell you, no matter which car you buy, if you drive that car yourself, it will serve you for a long time without major problems. And people who have lived with cars for a long time, let's say I stayed with my Nissan March for close to 5 years without a single problem. It doesn't mean that I did not encounter mechanical issues. It doesn't mean that my car has never visited garage. What I mean is that I was able to catch those issues early on time and got them fixed before they magnified to something that I couldn't control. And that is the beauty of one hand car. If your car is driven by just one person, it doesn't matter. Okay? And that's why you see some people, they park even 5 cars in their house. There is a car for the man, there is the car for the wife, the car for the children, the car for the house help. Like, to the best of their ability, to the extent they can afford, they try and buy cars for everyone so that you can keep track. Let me tell you, car management is more than just being able to afford. Okay? When you afford to buy, it's one thing. Affording to manage your car and maintain it is another thing. And that is what will define your experience with that car. It is not the experience of purchase. It is not the experience of price. It is the experience in terms of the long-term cost of ownership. And that can only be managed if you have day-to-day management and day-to-day monitoring of what's happening in your car. Cheers, guys, and goodbye.